Good morning, students. Hope you all are doing fine, staying safe at home, and you all understood what we discussed in the yesterday's class. So, yesterday we saw the preparation properties and uses of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and silicon tetrachloride in the morning class, and in the afternoon session we saw the silicones and silicates. So under silicates, we saw different types of silicates like ortho, pyro and cyclic. Today we are going to discuss in detail about chain silicates, double chain silicates, three-dimensional silicates and finally zeolites. So quickly we'll go through the one by one. So orthosilicates, they are the simplest form. So they know they are having discrete SiO4 minus unit. So if you see here, they are all having discrete SiO4 minus, which means this is Si, this is your silicon, and you have here one oxygen, here one oxygen, here one, and 4 oxygen. So each oxygen carries 4 charge. So 4 minus. Okay. So example we saw as phenacite and olivine. Next we saw pyrosilicates, in which the silicates contain Si2O76 minus ions. So one silicon, 1 and 2, Si2, how many? O7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here each tetrahedron will be sharing one oxygen atom. And the charge if you take means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 charge. And the oxygen which is sharing will not carry any charge. So that is why Si2O7 6 minus. Then we saw ring silicate or cyclic silicate. Here the units are SiO3N2N minus. So like you have to take this part alone. So here it is having one Si and 1, 2, 3 oxygen O3, SiO3, N number of units will be there. So N we are writing here, and 2N minus charge you have to calculate like here one charge, the silicon which is at the back, and here one oxygen, and these two oxygens since they are sharing they will not carry any charge, so you have to put it as 2N minus. Example we saw was beryl. Now we are going to continue with the next type, which is ionosilicates. So this ionosilicates is collectively called, we have two types here, chain silicates and double chain silicates. Collectively call it as ionosilicates. So here if you take these silicates, they contain n number of silicate units. By sharing 2 or more oxygen atom, we call it as ionosilicate. So we have chain silicate and double chain silicate. First we are seeing chain silicate or pyroxenes. So these silicates contain SiO3N 2N minus. So they contain SiO3N 2N minus ions formed by linking n number of tetrahedral SiO4 minus units in a linear manner. So linearly they are arranged. Here each silicate unit shares 2 of its oxygen atoms with other units. Example is spodumene. Now let's understand with this structure. So if you take this part alone, now we have to take this part alone. This part alone you take now. Now let's identify the formula. The formula here is SiO3N. Okay, so you are having one silicon at the center. So Si and one oxygen, 2. No, you have to calculate the oxygen from the center first. So if you take it, here one oxygen and here one oxygen. So Si. So 2 oxygen we have. Since these both oxygens are sharing, you consider it as half. So 2 plus 1 will be 2 plus 1 will be 3. So SiO3, this is as n number of units. So SiO3 n. And if you see the charge, so you have one charge at the center and here one charge. So 2n minus. Because these sharing oxygen, they will not carry any charge. So the formula is SiO3 n times and charge is 2n minus. So if you see here, each silicate unit, so all these are separate silicate units. They are sharing two oxygen atoms. Yes or no, children? So they are sharing 2 oxygen. If you take this, one oxygen is shared here, the other oxygen is shared here. And if you take this unit, one oxygen is shared here and another oxygen. So 2 oxygen atoms are shared between them by each SiO4 4 minus unit. Next we are moving on to double chain silicates. So these silicates contain SiO4 11 n times 6n minus ions. So there are two different types. One is those sharing 3 vertices and those sharing 2 vertices. Now let us understand that with the help of the picture. So if you take here, so if you take this top part alone, so here each tetrahedron is sharing 2 vertices. Okay. Now if you take this, so you can see here 1, 2, 3. So it is sharing 3 vertices. But if you see here on the top part, you can see each one is sharing only 2 vertices. Those are the 2 types here. So sharing 2 vertices and sharing 3 vertices. Now we have to calculate the formula. So the formula here, the unit is SiO4 11 n 6n minus. So now let us take this part, this unit alone. Okay, it should be going like this. So consider this unit alone. How many silicon, children? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Si4. Next, oxygen. So if you take oxygen without sharing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 I am having. And if you take the sharing part, mean here one half, another half here, another half is here, another half is here. So this entire part is 1 unit. So this 1 unit is sharing 4 halves. So 4 halves is equal to 2. So 9 plus 2 will be 11. So SiO4 11. Sorry, Si4O11 n times. This is present as n times. And if you take the charge here is what? 6n minus. So how this 6n minus is coming is, we'll calculate the charge now. So if you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Remaining oxygen and all they are sharing, so they will not carry any charge. So Si4O11 n times 6n minus. Is it clear? So this is how you have to identify the formula. Next, moving on to the example for double chain silicates. The example is asbestos. So they are fibrous and non-combustible silicates. Therefore, they are used for thermal insulation. They don't catch fire. That's why they are used for thermal insulation material, brake lining, construction material and filters. And asbestos being carcinogenic silicate. Carcinogenic means cancer causing agent. That is why their applications are little bit restricted to some extent. Is it clear, children? Next we are moving on to sheet or phyllosilicate. So these sheet or phyllosilicates, they contain Si2O5N2 minus. They are called as sheet or phyllosilicate. Here each SiO4 minus tetrahedron unit shares 3 oxygen atom and therefore forming two-dimensional sheets. Examples are talc and mica. Now we have to understand the formula first. So let us consider listen children, let us consider this unit alone. This unit alone let's consider first, because these are the sharing units. So what is the formula we saw here? Si2O5. So here you are having one silicon, another silicon. So Si2. Oxygen will be, if you take the oxygen sharing, so here one oxygen and another oxygen is here, another oxygen is here. So 3 and 1/2, second half, third half, fourth half. So 3 plus 4 halves will be 2. So 3 plus 2 will be 5. So Si2O5N, because n number of units, the charge how we are getting 2 minus is, if you see the charge here, only one at the center, another one at the center here. Remaining, since they are sharing, they won't carry any charge. So we write it as Si2O5N2 minus. And here each tetrahedron unit shares 3 oxygen atom. So each tetrahedron means this one part alone, if you take, they are sharing 1, 2, 3 oxygen atoms. So wherever you see, they share 3 oxygen atom. Is it clear children? Here moving on to the next type. One other last type is three-dimensional silicate or tectosilicates. Silicates in which all the oxygen atoms of SiO4 minus tetrahedra are shared with other tetrahedra. I repeat again, in which the oxygen atoms of SiO4 minus, that is one single tetrahedron, when it is shared with another tetrahedron, they form three-dimensional network, which we call it as tectosilicates or 3D silicates. They have general formula SiO2N, example is quartz, and these tectosilicates can be converted into three-dimensional aluminosilicates by replacing the SiO4 minus units by AlO4 minus units. Examples are feldspar and zeolite. So we'll see zeolite in detail now.